All right, how you doing, guys? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Shout out to all the subscribers and big up to anybody new locked in as well. Thanks a lot for joining. So Tim Tszyu, in his latest interview on announcing the fight with Keith Thurman, looked in very, very, very good spirit. I mean, he seemed very smiley, calm, relaxed. I mean, like he wasn't, in the gym or anything. He was probably just coming to America or something like that. But either way, he was looking, sounding, acting like a champion and a confident one as well. Given the year that he's just had, sensational year really, knocking off everybody, knocked out. Well, he didn't knock out Mendoza, dominating performances, and he's getting better and better and better and better. And he said, Keith Thurman wouldn't make it out of the 6th round. Fighters say that, but he probably believes that now. And I'm sure a lot of people think Keith Thurman's going to get stopped. I'm not necessarily one of those people. I think people are underestimating and forgetting just how good Keith Thurman was. Yes, he's been massively inactive. I did do a video about how that fight came about, and I did do a little bit breakdown on the fight itself. I'll leave the links up here to check those out. I'll touch on it again because Keith Thurman is, well, first of all, look, a lot of people are saying, well, he's been hurt so many times, which he has. And I've watched a couple of other videos just to see how many times he has been hurt. You remember Soto Caras had him badly hurt in the 1st round. Obviously, Pacquiao had him quite, not badly. The thing with Thurman is he lets the whole world know where he's hurt. He spits his mouthpiece out, he runs, he holds his belly, whatever he has to do to let anybody know that he's hurt. He does that. But he comes back. And he comes back to win most of the time. The only one he didn't win is against Manny Pacquiao. Even Mario Barrios, I watched that fight recently. He had Barrios hurt loads of times, and Barrios actually had him hurt to the body again later on. It was quite a quick, short moment, but the commentary picked up on it. Keith Thurman came back to win that fight. Came back to win against Sean Porter. He got hurt in that fight. He got hurt against Collazo. So look, he's got some toughness in there. He just goes about it, makes it look worse than it is, maybe. Or he's acting like it's really bad, which is really one of the things you should be doing as a fighter, is concealing your pain. But there's times when obviously that Collazo shot was brutal, and the Pacquiao one. But look, I don't think he's going to get walked all over that easy. I think, like I was saying, his footwork is very good. He's much quicker on his feet, but he's very intelligent. And after coming off of a 2-year inactivity, he put in a performance against Barrios, which was very, very good. If you haven't seen that and you haven't been reminded of how good Thurman is, and Barrios is no pushover either. That win is growing with age. So I expect. I don't know if it's going to be competitive, but I think Keith Thurman will have his moments, and I think he's going to stylistically be stylistically a good matchup for Tszyu in terms of Keith Thurman, like a bad matchup for Tszyu, but because of Thurman's cerebralness and his movement and his speed as well. But I do expect Tim Tszyu to win, and I really do, and I do expect him to probably hurt Keith Thurman. But as I said, Keith Thurman he has always come back. And the only time he didn't come back to win was against a close split decision loss against Pacquiao, where you could argue him getting dropped probably was the difference. But and a big part of this, to be honest with you, is look, when you have a fighter coming towards the end of their career, which Keith Thurman hasn't really expressed much desire for boxing. You do wonder if the kitchen gets a little hot, is he going to want to stay in there at the end of the career? You do see fighters do this. Even like look at Amir Khan, for example. He was a gladiator in there. He was a really tough guy, really tremendous heart. Showed it so many times against Maidana, against God, I forget that Irish gypsy guy he fought. I'll put his name up on the screen because he had Khan hurt a few times in that fight, and Khan fought back and knocked him out. Michael something, but and there's been several other times. Khan was a warrior, a real warrior, and then obviously against Terence Crawford, which is a fight I was at actually. Unfortunately for me, can't basically quit. So, you know, at the end, when you do wonder how much is left, you know, how much do you really want? You've been paid, the bell's gone, you've put up a fight. I'm not saying Keith Thurman's going to do that. I'm just going to say, if we don't know, you know, like what kind of well, Tim Tszyu's going to put a lot of pressure on. He's going to get to you. He's a tremendous fighter, and he's a good body puncher as well. And, you know, but again, I'm going to give him more of a chance than Keith Thurman than most fans are. And I don't think Tim Tszyu's just going to walk him down and beat him up and get him out there within 6 rounds. I'll do a full fight breakdown prediction when I've watched a bit more of Keith Thurman. Mind you, really, you don't want to go too far back because, you know, I mean, it's like 4 years. He's been so inactive. But still, I'll rewatch that Barrios fight because I was watching it, like, you know, on and off. I wasn't glaring at it, like, you know, really watching it. But I'll give it another watch. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Keith Thurman's going to get walked all over? Do you give him, you know, an interesting chance because of his style? He's got fast hands, let's not forget. And like I said, he's very intelligent. And when he does get hurt, he does come back, but he'll find his way to kill time. And he'll find his way to do the things like spit his mouthpiece out, slow the fight down, and that's intelligence, and that's survival instincts. You know, that is quite, you know, I want to say unteachable. Maybe it is, I don't know, but like I think he does it well. I don't like the fact he shows up and shows that he's so hurt so much, but at the end of the day, he knows how to survive. Keith Thurman knows how to survive because he's done it loads of times. But surviving against Tim Tszyu is a bit different because of just the, you know, he is going to be bigger. He is going to be stronger. Now, that doesn't always matter when you do have IQ and skills and speed. You know, it's going to be a really interesting matchup, especially early on. Because, like I said, Keith Thurman didn't seem to really miss the inactivity when he came in against Barrios. It was quite remarkable. The whole panel was saying that, like, he didn't look like he missed a beat. So if he can get his timing and his activity and like get the pace of the fight how he wants it, Keith Thurman, he'll have a great game plan. He always does, and he usually execute it. And but I just think Tim Tszyu will be a bit too much for him. But yeah, like I said, let me know your thoughts. I've got more videos coming tomorrow. One of them is going to be on Ben Davison and how I think, you know, he should get more credit because I think he's an absolutely fantastic fighter. But that's it from me. I hope you guys have a good week. Cheers.